This is a presentation of RVT Entertainment.
This isn't about the dead, it's about the living. It's about my mother. It's about my sister. It's about my wife. It's about the 14 years it took me to go from undesirable to ungoddamn deniable.
You know, they say all men are created equal, but you look at me and you look at Small Joe, and you can see that statement is not true.
Because I'm better than you, and you know it.
In the back, there are men and women, seasoned professionals, dues paid in full, gunning to be the best.
I'll always light the way, and all you have to do is let me in.
Oh, a little bit of the bubbly. The cream of the crop. Nobody does it better.
Hey, hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Wrestle-Cast, presented by RVT Entertainment on Automatic.com, Spotify, YouTube, and wherever else me find this fine audio recording and live on RVT Entertainment's official Twitch.tv channel. We talk about professional wrestling, both for the mainstream and independent scene. I hope you were able to find their show on my channel instead of the RVT channel, because I decided just to start putting my stuff on my YouTube channel, give it some activity, and, you know, hopefully make $1 or $2 out of it, you know, maybe split 50 cents with the boys, you know.
And if like enough 50 cents, I can buy a soda pop!
See? See? Everybody wins. I get some money, T-Dub gets a soda pop. Oh, hopefully Shintigercurl gets an iced tea at the corner store, too. My name's Matty, that is TWK.
Soda pop, soda pop, soda pop!
And joining us, of course, Shintigercurl. Shin? Did Discord screw him over again?
He's far too busy thinking about Vince McMahon in a banana hammock looking at a poster of Gary Stridham.
Wow.
Enthusiastic introduction. Oh shit, it's dim sum time.
And thank you for that reference, Jen. I appreciate it 100%.
Pleasant remark. I'm glad that you were able to get my reference, TWK. I put a lot of thought into this joke.
Shintigercurl, are you okay?
Hilarious rebuke. I am, of course, okay, Matty J. I am very excited to be here.
I think the robot's fucked up again. That's not.
No, it's not a robot. That is not a robot. That is an L-Core, baby!
Mass Effect reference?
Informative remark. Yes, I am an L-Core. I am very happy to be here on this program to talk wrestling with the both of you.
I'm sorry, folks. This is way over my head.
Get some gosh darn culture, Matty J.
What? So this is a Mass Effect joke, right?
Yes, it is. Get some culture, Matty J.
Aggravated remark. I can't believe you, Matty J, don't know this joke. I am offended by this.
I have not played the Mass Effect games, for God's sakes.
Sad remark. Then I feel sorry for you for having lived an empty existence.
You know, I make a self-deprecating joke, but I'm not going to lower myself. I'm not going to lower myself to below a Velveteen Dream bar, if you know what I mean, and I think you do.
Angry remark. We will discuss Velveteen Dream and how he cocked up his future by being a complete jackhole in a minute.
Or two. We got to take care. That is our next segment. As per usual, we're not doing a clip because Vince McMahon fucked it up. Not too much, but enough to me. Oh, you almost had a clip there. Oh, I almost give an effort. And then zombies happened. We'll get to that in a few minutes. Of course, we have WrestleMania Backlash. Just fucking call it Backlash, for God's sakes. Anyway, we got to talk about that, and we're going to be doing some winners and losers and some news. And we got plenty of that shit tonight, folks. Believe you and me. And winners and losers also, and any regular Shintigercurl that is not an L-core. Please, just instead of, that might get a little jarring after a while. Just saying. Shall we begin, boys and girls?
Yes!
All right, well, I was expecting Shinta to jump in there with another thing. Anyway, WrestleMania Backlash, because they got to subtitle the shit out of everything. It's Backlash with the WrestleMania subtitle, folks. Let's just call it what the fuck it is. It's fucking Backlash. But who else will warn it? Mike Shell, but who else will warn us of Man Bear Pig? That's a very good question. It's a very good question.
A super cereal.
Mm-hmm. So, Backlash from the Yuengling Center in Tampa, Florida. The Thunderdome. Not for long, though, that Thunderdome. No, just a bunch of TV screens as per usual. And here is the card as follows. There was a pre-show kickoff match. Sheamus defeated Ricochet in an open challenge, which was non-title and 7-12.
I did not watch this match. I didn't start watching until the first match,
which happens to be Rhea Ripley, the triple threat match for the women's championship. Rhea Ripley defends the championship against Asuka and Charlotte Flair and went 15-22. And as mentioned, Rhea Ripley kept her belt.
Yeah, overall, this was a pretty good match. Kept the pace going for a good little while, including in the beginning a nice double natural selection from Charlotte Flair.
Yeah.
And at the end, they did a pretty good job keeping Asuka strong because she was basically fighting off both Charlotte and Rhea Ripley, but it was only just one shot from Charlotte that ended up getting Asuka just wobble just enough for Rhea Ripley to finally hit the riptide, although I'm still wondering why Charlotte fell down after kicking Asuka.
I don't know, and I think it was just I think it was her way of trying to make it look like she lost her balance just enough to be knocked out of the ring so that the riptide could hit. I could kind of generalize and kind of excuse it in a sense. It's one of those kind of moments. Renico, I'd rather watch Impact Under a Siege than Backlash, a better show. Agreed, but here's the thing. It might be a little biased because I did watch it. And aside the one moment that we will obviously rip apart.
Well, I think
it was a decent show. Go ahead, Shin. Sorry.
I think I have an explanation for that. I think maybe Charlotte had a glitch in her programming, and she was trying to defrag herself at that moment.
Yeah, and then she slipped, lost balance, I think.
Program interrupted, initiate, Flair, reboot sequence.
But hey, this was a solid opener. All three women, a shock. Three women who know how to wrestle good, did a good wrestle. Big shock, right?
Yeah, outside of one thing with the ending, I can't think of much to complain about here, really.
Yeah, it's one of those things. They had a feeling, okay, we need to put Rhea Ripley over. Here's the finish. But you know what? One slip up is not going to wreck a pay-per-view. Neither will a nice, wholesome piece of history. Rey Mysterio and Dominic challenged the Dirty Dogs, Dolph Ziggler and Robert Roode. He's still officially Robert Roode, not Bobby Roode for some reason. Tag team for the SmackDown tag titles, they went 16-58. And new SmackDown tag champs, the Mysterios, and this is actually I thought this would have happened already, but no, the Rey and Dominic father-son tag team, first time ever.
Actually,
I'll be honest.
no.
Oh, go ahead, Shin.
Actually, no. They got beat by a week.
By a week?
How's that?
Yeah, Ricky Morton and his son won tag team
In
gold.
WWE.
Okay,
In
And
WWE.
yeah, also, let's not forget MLW, where LA Park is a tag team champion with
Yeah.
his son.
It's still a little
In
bit of company history is what I'm trying to say here.
Very true, very true.
And it should
I'll
be
have to be honest,
acknowledged
though.
as something awesome. This was a fine match. Again, nothing to complain about, really.
I'll be honest, I missed the first half of this match because I was like, oh, a handicap match. Fuck this. So I went in the other room and watched my sister and my brother-in-law play Resident Evil 5 for a bit.
Mm-hmm.
So I missed about the first half of this match until Dominic came out.
And JC, that's not WWE canon. They retconned it. He says Dominic Mysterio. Dominic is Eddie Guerrero's son. No, he's not. No, he's fucking not.
I'm your papi!
That was a shit storyline made good by Eddie
How did Dominic
Guerrero.
win this match? How did Dominic win this match?
with a frog splash.
With a frog splash, yeah.
Used by who? His papi!
God damn it. Let's not know. That was a shit storyline. Let's not put that over more than what it is.
Then why did he use his daddy's move?
And now Rey Mysterio. And now Rey Mysterio. Every time he shines those belts, the ghost of Eddie Guerrero will haunt him.
God damn it.
Also, remember when WWE uploaded the retro SmackDown intro with current wrestlers?
Yeah.
When they had Dominic, you doing the frog splash in the intro at the same part Eddie did.
Fuck. Folks, I'm not encouraging him. I'm telling you, it's not true. It's not canon, but they don't care. They're making it head canon, and that's why I want to Dave him, but can't.
See, Rey, I told you.
Fuck.
He's my son. I'm his puppy.
Motherfuck. Anyway, well, you know what? Kudos, boys. I'm nice and warmed up because we're at that part of the evening where I get the shit on the goddamn pay-per-view because of a fucking tie-in of a decent movie. I watched it. It's fine. It's a bit of over-dramatized Dead Rising. Or Dead Rising 2 since it's in Vegas.
Nevertheless, we have Davey.
And by the way, the whole echo thing, that's not my fault. These two chuckleheads don't want to wear earphones. So those in PVU complaining about the echo, don't blame me, blame these two chuckleheads.
I'm using push to talk. I don't know what you're talking about.
Me too. Push to talk.
Yeah, push to talk, yeah, but whenever you push to talk, Renico says there's an echo. That's not my fucking fault.
It wasn't my fault.
I'm a Dave the three of you.
The three of us? Who are you seeing?
Renico, you, and Shin.
What did Shin do?
If you look, I'm already in a mood to rip. Let's talk about this.
Davey
this
Priest versus The Miz, featuring John Morrison.
Yeah, The Miz, and first off, before I get too mad and too ahead, we should acknowledge the torn ACL by The Miz. That sucks.
His first serious injury in his entire career, and it had to happen in this match.
Get well soon. Get well soon. That's all I'm gonna say there.
Before we get to the
this
negative,
match,
I would like to note
match.
some positives. Some positives. Number one, Hollywood level makeup here for the zombies.
Absolutely.
Do you know what the zombie was?
I don't think we can complain about the makeup of the zombies. They look like fucking zombies.
Do you know who the zombie was that was at the commentary dressed with a Hawaiian shirt?
Who?
I have an idea, but
That was Scotty Tuati.
What?
Scotty Tuati
No.
Sky Tuati was a zombie.
No. No. Oh, Scotty, why?
Yep.
Why did you say yes to that? No.
I assume extra money?
I can only imagine now.
You know, just here's some extra money. Here, go on the pay-per-view, Scotty. There we go. Easy money.
Anyway. So this
Matty,
was
rip this match apart.
So this was a tie-in for Batista's new Netflix movie, which is fine. It's fine. It's a Netflix movie. You could do much worse. There are Adam Sandler movies on that bitch.
Mike Shell says, so he was Scotty to Roddy.
Golf clap. Golf clap on the pun, folks. That's a good pun. That's a good pun. People, you know it's bad when major publications call what you tried to do with the tie-in sad. It's a lumberjack match. Just get fucking lumberjacks. But no, Hollywood says, we'll give you good money to turn everybody into zombies and turn everything into zombies and make it a zombie horror movie. We're trying to make a Saw out of Damian Priest, right? Is that the thing? Is that what the thing? Am I correct in that assumption?
You are.
I am? Good. Fucking fail.
My only problem with this match really is that they didn't go far enough. If they want to do a zombie thing, go full zombie. Go full out with it. Go full cinematic. But then, they had to have asset. They had to just...
They half-assed it because they filmed it. They had the whole Thunderdome, so they turned the Thunderdome into a zombie apocalypse with a ring in it. And the commentary is like, we're too scared, so we're gonna back away. Fucking go full cinematic. Put a ring in the middle of a field like they did with The Undertaker with a freaking Boneyard match. Have Scotty 2 Roddy as a fucking ref. And you know what? Turn that bitch to TVMA, because you know what happens when you gotta kill a zombie, right? Head clean off. But no, it's a freaking wrestling match, and poor Mike Mizanin had to lose his goddamn leg for the goddamn thing. And the worst of it, Gus Masterson. Why wasn't Abaddon not invited? Contract issues, I'm willing to bet.
If you're gonna go full zombie, you should have brought in Jeffrey Dean Morgan as Negan.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Corey Graves was making every zombie reference he could during this match.
Have Jeffrey Dean Morgan on commentary as Negan, just being Negan. That would have saved this match. God damn! Oh boy, you are sure enough ugly. Talking about you, Corey Graves, you are one ugly son of a bitch. Now, however, we can get this match over with so I can go home and have sex with my 20 beautiful wives.
We need Lieutenant Dangley. Sex Ferguson, fuck you, buddy.
Just when I first heard this went down, I was in a lot of pain last week, and I was either in pain or high off my ass from medication.
You needed to be high to watch that fucking match without getting pissed off.
Then I heard it then.
Okay, so anyone want a Dave Twitch now? Anybody want a Dave Twitch?
Me. Choose me.
Go ahead, Dave. Go ahead, Twitch. Go ahead, TW. You can Twitch. You can Dave Twitch. Dave. No, that was both Twitch and my internet at the same goddamn time too. So thanks you Twitch, and my internet, because I have to put this shit together in post. Fuck you. It's the freaking Victoria Day weekend. I got a long weekend. I got to spend a few hours putting this shit together. Anyway, Shin, you were saying. Shin?
You were talking about the zombie match and comparing it to The Rock versus Stone Cold in a street fight.
No, that wasn't it. Anyway, I'm gonna move on here because this is just fuck this fucking match and the fact that Holly and Vince decide to take the fucking money.
Hello?
There.
Hello?
Yeah, we
There
hear
you go. Now you're.
I don't know what's going on, but like I said, this would be like if The Rock and Stone Cold had were scheduled for a street fight in the middle of their fucking feud, and the only weapons they were allowed to use when the match started up was a fucking coconut cream pies.
Oh, yeah, that's a good good comparison.
If you had Mankind versus The Undertaker in a boiler room brawl, and instead of the boiler room, they're gonna have to have they're gonna have a fight in Romper Room. Am I the only one who remembers Romper Room?
Yes, I think you are.
I think that's a deep cut. Yeah, that's a deep cut.
Nonetheless, if some matches, I mean, has Damian Priest ever been a jokey kind of wrestler? Ever?
No.
Punishment Martinez, it was a hardline heel for a long time. So serious.
Well, he was serious, but he sort of was like this person with he was kind of like the Undertaker of the indie scene.
In a sense, yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know why they keep putting him in this kind of shit. Like, why? He this kind of shit can ruin a guy. This kind of match can ruin him.
At the very least, he won, so he should be fine there. And he wasn't eaten by a zombie, so he was about as protected as one can be, considering all of the circumstances.
Yeah, but this is going to stick with him. This is going to stick with him.
A little bit, yeah, a little bit.
Unfortunately.
And Vince is going to ride this out. Vince is going to continue sticking him in this kind of shit. I'm scared for him. I was scared. I was scared for Kevin. I was scared for Keith Lee, and I was right to be scared. Where the fuck is Keith Lee? Haven't seen him in a while.
Yeah, the whole situation around Keith Lee seems to be very silent. No one seems to be saying anything.
Yeah. So after this, I do not have high hopes for Damian Priest. After this, I do not have any high hopes for him.
They should have quit while they were fucking ahead. But they didn't. They fucking didn't. Because it's content, not quality. Bianca Belair defeats Bayley. We got to move on, as I don't want to be too sad this evening. And I'm already out of the mood thanks to this tech fuck up. So Bianca Belair defeats Bayley. SmackDown Women's Championship 1602. We were expecting goodness. We got goodness.
Yeah, once again, Bayley is just one of the best at high-profile one-on-one matches. So put her in a match, it's 9 times out of 10 going to be good. She knows how to carry a really good match, and Bianca Belair is no slouch herself. So this match was absolutely fantastic, especially the whole story of the match with Bayley constantly attacking Bianca's hair, and then Bianca, kind of like WrestleMania, using her hair to get the win by tying Bayley's legs up and using it to hold her for the pinfall.
Creative use right there.
Very much so.
This is. Nothing to complain here. Triple Threat WWE Championship 14-12. Bobby Lashley over Braun Strowman and Drew McIntyre. Triple Threat Haas match. We got it.
Haas fight!
we got a Haas fight as practically advertised, really. So there you go.
One thing I was not expecting to see was Drew McIntyre hit a picture-perfect Michinoku driver on Braun Strowman. That was nice.
Before we continue, JC, y'all drastically overestimate how this stuff sticks with people. You must be new here.
He is relatively.
What's a good example we could use?
Bayley, this is your life.
No. Go deeper. Go deeper.
Katie Vick.
There you go.
Yep. Still
Fucked
sticks
up
with Kane.
Kane for a long time.
Let's not forget Mae Young in the hand.
Mae Young in the hand. Whew.
By the way, to this day, Vince McMahon has never getting an explanation about the hand. When asked about it, he just goes, "It's a hand! Ha ha!" And that's it.
Yeah.
He just thinks that's hilarious.
Vito in his dresses.
Vito's his
Although
dresses.
Vito, apparently is not ashamed-
Akeem, the African Dream.
Ooh,
Oh, yeah.
ooh.
Yeah.
Although he did revive that gimmick for a Chikara King of Trios tournament.
He ran with it at the very least. Or here's another one. Shockmaster.
Oh God, yeah, that's
Man.
that was an absolute career killer.
This
it-
match has that ability, has that sting.
I don't think it's going to kill his career. I think maybe if they keep
I'm not saying it's going to kill his career. I'm just saying it's going to stick with him.
Yeah,
yeah.
At least for a little while.
It's going to affect his career.
Back to the Haas triple threat here. Haas fight. Bobby retains.
Bobby got thrown through a stage, got taken out for a few moments. Then Braun Strowman and Drew McIntyre had a really good fight themselves. At one point, a pop-up powerbomb from Strowman. Jesus Christ.
You heard right, folks. You heard right. That was indeed a pop-up powerbomb. Ow, fuck.
And in the end, Drew McIntyre hit Braun Strowman with Claymore, and then Bobby Lashley took advantage with a spear, and he picked up the victory.
Good for Bobby. Good
Yeah.
for him.
Yep, they're keeping him looking strong, but I have to wonder how many title matches can Drew be in and lose before it starts to hurt him.
They don't have a choice. There's literally no one on Raw to challenge Bobby Lashley anymore. There are no strong faces.
Now, this is one of the biggest problems that during all these Drew McIntyre matches with Bobby Lashley, they should have been using this time to also build up someone else. So once Drew is done, slide someone else in for the title match. Like, that's what they should have been doing. Like, who's next? Are they going to put Sheamus in there? Is Sheamus going to fight him?
I mean, he could.
Sheamus is too busy with the U.S. belt.
That's never stopped them before.
Again, this is WWE. They're concerned with content, not quality, especially for Monday Night Raw. So it would not surprise me that it would be Bobby versus Drew again. But that's another story for another day. Main event, Roman Reigns over Cesaro by technical submission. It went 27-34, worthy of a main event. And
5 stars from me!
It was 4.5 out of Dave Meltzer officially, but no, absolutely. That was the match of the night, worthy of the main event. Those two brought it.
Swiss
That's
Tony versus
tender.
it was like good steak. So good steak.
A little bit of sizzle, a little bit of spice in there, but goddamn that beef.
I didn't even see the match, and I knew it was going to be great.
Yeah, Reigns and Cesaro absolutely brought it, and goddamn, just the way that Roman worked over Cesaro's arm and how that worked into the finish. Cesaro was trying to get Roman up for the neutralizer, but just couldn't do it. His arm was too hurt. Roman took advantage, guillotine. Cesaro got out of it. Roman just beat the shit out of him even more. Locked in the guillotine again, passed out. Oh, goddamn! Like I was thinking, like, oh, come on, one more time, Cesaro, one more time, get out of the hold. God damn it! Oh, so good, so goddamn good.
Worthy of the main event.
Much as I would have wanted Cesaro to take it, fucking head of the table. It's the merchandise. What do you expect?
And throughout the night, we were getting some bit of heat between Jimmy and Jay and Roman. So maybe the next match will be Jimmy versus Roman.
Jimmy will fall in line.
He might have to inside Hell in a Cell.
He might have to. Yeah.
He will fall in line. He will be a part of the table, and the Roman Empire will truly begin.
Also, I saw on Twitter that apparently Paul Heyman is now entering to Roman's old music.
Yeah, this was on SmackDown earlier tonight. They played his old theme, and out came Paul Heyman, took out a promo. Also, Eric Bugenhagen debuted as a Rick Boogs, the beat guitarist of Shinsuke Nakamura.
Cool. Bugenhagen's good. He's very entertaining.
He's okay. Yep.
Okay. Bugenhagen.
Bugenhagen.
I can't fight this feeling
Deep inside of me.
Ooga, ooga, chaka, ooga, ooga.
Hooked on a
feeling.
They call themselves the Guardians of the Galaxy.
What a bunch of a-holes. What do we rate this, boys?
I'm giving it a 3 out of 5.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for that fucking zombie match, I would have given a 3.5 out of 5. But this is all. Despite how good that main event was, the zombie match is what everyone is going to remember about WrestleMania Backlash. Sorry to say.
Take that lumberjack match out. This is 4 out of 5. This is WWE's best effort, period, this year. Take out that lumberjack match, 4 out of 5 easily. But it's 2.5 out of 5. That's that damaging. We should. There was a lot of zombie stink on that.
I would have gone 2.5 if the main event wasn't one of the greatest main events they've had in some time. That is WWE match of the year for me so far.
Seek out literally every other match on that card. You watch the show, skip the zombies, watch the rest of the show. You're having fun. You're having fun. But the zombie thing was so out of place. The damage done, not just to potentially to Damian Priest, but this was so unnecessary. And now you lost one of your high profile players in the Miz for up to 9 months.
One of your solid hands
gone over a match that was all in all not necessary. That's damage.
It did not need this, and now they lost the Miz out for 9 months.
The only good thing is John Morrison could do a solo run for that 9 months, but how long do you think he'll last before Vince gets bored because he doesn't believe John Morrison is a solo star? You know what I mean?
Knowing Vince and knowing how he's been treating Damian Priest and how this whole thing's been going about, he's gonna be feuding with the Sex for a while, and it's just gonna be more comedy bullshit.
And it shouldn't be comedy bullshit. These two guys can go.
Yeah, I hate to say this. I love Damian Priest. I love the Sex. They should be having like match of the year candidate matches up and down their fucking card, but I know they won't get the chance to because Vince will just keep sticking them in this comedy shit, and that breaks my heart.
All right. That being said, we're gonna skip right to it and just skip to I'm gonna hit the button over here and say we'll take a break, calm down. Hopefully, Twitch will unclench itself again, and we'll be back in about 30 or so seconds, talking about the rest of the news. And oh god, I don't think we're gonna do a Q&A, folks. Yeah, lots of news. We'll be right back. Don't go away.
And now a word from our sponsors.
And
Romeo, Romeo, wherefore art thou, Romeo?
again, please.
Again?
Again.
Art thou bored?
Yeah.
Step into a Slim Jim. Turn to the spice. That baby juicy taste. Need a little excitement? Step into a Slim Jim.
This is WMOB, Mobile, 12 on your channel dial and 12 in the TV ratings. We gotta be making some kind of a dent in this tag team division. I mean, you can see us on Dark, on Elevation. You see us tonight against these boys, The Acclaimed. They're supposed to be good. Are they any good?
Rappers. One's a rapper.
The rapper.
Yeah. One's a rapper, the other one's the rapper's friend.
The rappers.
Yeah, rappers.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
All right, what we're gonna do with The Acclaimed tonight is what we've done to every other team we've got in the ring with so far.
It's true.
Are we inviting them to a super kick party?
Dog,
Is that what that
I don't
means?
get the super kick part because I don't throw super kicks.
Is
You
that what
don't throw super kicks.
I do not.
Do
throw
we
super
have
kicks.
to throw super kicks to go to said party?
So that's not what this is.
No. This is not a super kick.
Look, my
party.
man
We don't do
TK,
that.
he's all about the analytics. He's a numbers guy.
Analytics.
He's a numbers guy. We got to beef up that record.
I don't
Let's
even know.
just go out there and beat the brakes off these boys.
Oh, I like that.
We're back. RBT Entertainment Production, Wrestle-Cast, Podomatic, Spotify, YouTube, we're on Twitch. JC in the chat. I love Mox and Kingston's dynamic. We do too. And TK paid for the Wild Thing used in Major League, not the Trogs one, because when Mox heard flutes, he said, well, fuck that noise. Whoops. It's fixed, and it's still Wild Thing, which is thumbs up.
Wild Thing,
Bum,
you
bum.
make my heart sing.
Bum, 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 bum. All right, before we get to AEW, because there's some good stuff in AEW, and we want to end on a good note. We got to talk about the bad stuff. More cuts. Sorry.
Lots of news, including first off, I've got to talk about some firings.
Yep.
All the firings.
All the firings. Well, NXT, they got the WWE did cut a few names in there, including let me get the list here. The one of the four horsewomen of MMA gone. So right off the bat, that match is not happening anymore.
Yeah, Jessamine Duke got released.
Jessamine Duke, yeah.
Yeah, GRE start won't be the same without her.
So if you have any doubt that Ronda Rousey's coming back in the next couple of months, I temper those expectations.
Yeah, however, Marina Shafir still around.
It's true. For now, I guess she was just cheap enough to keep around.
In that or the role of politics, because you have to remember, she is married to Roderick Strong.
There is that.
Not saying anything, just saying maybe.
Right strong.
It is pure speculation as far as the reasoning, anyway.
Also, Alexander Wolf was released.
Which, by the way, the timing of that, Jesus Christ, that had to sting. So here's the thing: Tuesday, NXT, Alexander Wolf loses, and then he gets kicked out of Imperium. He's done. One day later, here it is. He got his fucking pink slip. That sucks.
I hate to say this, but Wolf was unfortunately the odd man out for Imperium.
That's what one of my old coworkers used to always say.
I like Wolf as the idea of him being in the group, but he just never really did anything to kind of just stand out like the other guys did.
He was a hired goon who just looked good as a hired goon.
He just didn't cut that intimidating aura that Walter and Bartow and Eichner do. He seemed like he was just there.
All right, then, and of course, the first big release we got was Drake Wirtz, because apparently, the list of things that came out about him.
Folks, until Velveteen Dream, that was the high-profile firing. Believe it or not. Oh, this fucking idiot.
Yeah, what a fall from grace, because he used to be absolutely beloved on the deathmatch scene, and then he cleaned himself up.
He was the NXT, I don't want to say Earl Hebner as far as popularity or notoriety, but
he was the head referee for a while.
He was the head referee, and the fall from grace happens when he starts having those crackpot theories, and that's what I'm going to call them. So much so that he's at work. He puts on his phone, goes on into a Zoom call for like a city town hall regarding mask ordinance, and he spews out non-scientific bullshit.
I believe while wearing NXT merch.
While wearing WWE branded merch.
Ew.
Strike one there. Strike two. During the speaking out movement, Triple H has this big thing. He's got a big speech. And Drake decides to be an idiot and storm the fuck off.
Ew.
Strike two. And some people, mostly minorities, start feeling uncomfortable to the point of Drake Wirtz was, in a sense, banned from the Capitol Wrestling Center. Strike fucking three.
I don't recall that ever happening ever in the history of WWE. That many minorities being upset about a single person ever in WWE.
Apparently, of the high sheriff said at that point it was only a matter of when, not if.
Yeah, like Jesus, just bring up all the things that was going on with him. I'm like, how did he keep a job for as long as he did? He must have had some friends trying to look out for him, but I guess after a while, even your friends got to tell you, like, no, get the fuck out.
Why do people have to be so fucking racist? I understand it's wrestling, and there are going to be some people who are not exactly happy about certain people working, but that's fair enough. But wrestling has multiple people. It's called acts. It's called difference. It's called, cultural diversity, all that stuff. And wrestling has always been about that in a sense.
Yeah,
it's a variety show, and you need variety. And this fucking guy won't get vaccinated, won't go do this, won't do that.
He was
Spews
yelling
his
at people
opinion in a workplace, which is like, I can tell you right now, that's a high reason to get your ass fired anywhere now.
Yeah, apparently he was also yelling at people who did get vaccinated. I wasn't like
over flu shots, not just a COVID thing, which he's a flu shots.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, I even heard some reports that a lot of people just wanted to kick his ass.
Apparently,
I can't necessarily blame him. I will say this. I said it on Facebook. You guys saw it. I do not normally advocate for people losing their jobs, because I've lost my job multiple times. That sucks. But when you read all that stuff and the fact that he walked out on a Triple H meeting, big fucking boo-boo there, you just go, yeah, he fucked up. He fucked up hard.
It wasn't just like he left. Apparently, according to the report, he stormed off and made a scene.
He stormed off at the part where Triple H says, well, we welcome all races and all religions. As soon as he heard religions, he walked the fuck off.
Like, Jesus Christ, this guy. Just,
I can make so many jokes and so many assumptions. I will not say them on air because at this point, the damage is done.
Yeah, just this guy, walking into WWE, the whole world was congratulating him. They're like, yay, Drake Younger turned his life around, becoming a referee, really making something of himself now. And a few years later, this.
To quote Coach Saunders from King of the Hill, "You precious little candy ass."
I don't think candy ass is appropriate, but
he walked out on a speech about accepting all religions. He is a precious little candy ass.
And you knew something had to be up when, after every once in a while the referees do a photo shoot together and then they just
he's not on those shoots. Oh yeah.
That was when it's like, oh, maybe something's up, maybe there isn't, maybe he's doing the family thing, but then little things start dropping, little reports start dropping. I'm like, oh no. And then you start seeing those Zoom calls with him. I'm like, oh no, dude, what are you doing? What are you doing? No!
He's a QAnon anti-vaxxer, and you know what? Play stupid games, win stupid fucking prizes. And at this point, I've said it. Some people have found a way to politicize a fucking virus, and this guy is among those fucking people. So you know what? I'm joining the internet on this one. Good fucking riddance to bad rubbish. Sorry.
Like him, they're gonna keep
I hate saying it, but god damn it, the evidence is there. It's piling up.
It's people like him that are going to keep the pandemic going. God damn it.
I want to travel to the States so I could see some of my buddies again. And this fucker's keeping me from doing it.
And someone else who was being an idiot for completely different reasons got released. Velveteen Dream, who, according to Sean Ross Sapp, he said that he talked to one of his sources backstage, and one of his sources asked one of his, I can't remember the exact conversation that, but he asked one of his, I believe one of his sources asked him, had he heard the Velveteen Dream story, and someone else went, which one? So the fact there are multiple stories surrounding this guy's attitude.
I think I've read that. All right, so at this point, yeah, Velveteen Dream, the character, awesome. So one of the better characters, and on potential alone, it's so disappointing. But Patrick Clark, the human being, I don't like to talk about human beings all that much. I mean, outside of what we just did now, but I'm always of the belief of the character in the presentation above all else is what is being presented, is what we riff on and whatever. But Jesus Christ, way to shit on the potential Clark. Seriously. I mean, forget the allegations, because at this point, WWE did their thing, their quote-unquote due diligence, and no legal proceedings were had, so they were main allegations. So that's strike 1 and 2 right there. He was on thin ice. And then you hear, even after the fact, most people would have said, I'm going to sit down, shut the fuck up, and do my job. And not try to piss off management. And then he stuck his head up his own ass.
Yeah, he actually got subtweeted by the guy who hosts a WWE show called Canvas to Canvas, and was called the most unprofessional person he ever worked with. Which, considering the amount of people that have been through this company, that's a claim. Is he more unprofessional than Hulk Hogan? Because if he is, Jesus Christ.
I'm willing to bet he's not as unprofessional as Hulk Hogan. But when you're in NXT, even if you're a hot thing with a hot character and all that stuff, you fucking stay humble, because you never know what the fuck will happen. Like those goddamn allegations last year.
Also, you never know, how fragile the wrestling world is, because all it takes is Vince McMahon to look at you the wrong way once, and boom, that's it. You're done. You're done. If Vince don't like you, you're done.
You could have been the head of NXT. You would have been the top star going into their quote unquote war with AEW. Now, I'm not going to say he would have pushed numbers, because at this point, especially starting a couple years ago, this was literally, it's literally gold. It's become guilt by association, unfortunately. But goddamn, it would have been a whole lot closer if Velveteen Dream kept his head on a swivel and just be the Velveteen Dream and not be Patrick Clark, asshole. Professionalism. You should have that.
Just a smidge. Very few people.
Go ahead. You know me, and with this kind of shit, I'm willing to give people second chances under the condition you keep your nose clean. Dream did not keep his nose clean. He drug his nose right into the dog shit.
Not only that, he from the what we were reading, he enjoyed being an asshole.
Yep. What pisses me off the most is the potential. Just he could have been something great, not just in NXT, but on the main roster with his.
He had a once in a lifetime character.
With his mic skills, with his gimmick, with his knowledge of ring psychology, and with his overall just presence, he could have been he could have been world champion by this point.
He was a franchise player.
I could see Vince building the entire company around him. Him and Roman.
You could have rebuilt NXT on him, and the whole USA Network era would have been maybe better off.
Yeah, but that's all gone now. It's all fucking gone now because of his dumb ass. Pisses me off.
Well, one thing that might put you guys in a... Actually, this... Oh, I forgot this story was on here. Sean Ross Sapp broke another story today.
I think I know what you're talking about.
First, Alan Cheapshot tweets out, has the hidden camera phone filming talent bathroom story got out yet? Or that town found the camera phone and less than savory files stored on it? To which Sean Ross Sapp quote tweeted saying, it's gonna next week if I can get the person who caught it to go on record, pal.
Wait, what?
Yeah, someone put a hidden camera phone in the bathroom.
And
I thought we were done with that bullshit.
And judging by some implications, we have an idea of who it might be.
I do not.
I'm not going to say anything until Sean Ross Sapp actually says them.
All right. We'll wait. We will wait.
But I got a couple of things in my mind. I might go, fuck.
Ideas, but we don't want to say.
Right,
you know what? Don't put it on air. Put it on here. Put it in the chat. Maybe our minds are in sync on this idea.
Nevertheless, reading this, I was like, oh, what the fuck is going on with this company today? Jesus Christ. What's going on in Florida, man?
You said it right there. Florida, man. Right there. You don't have to say anything else. What's going on there, comma, Florida, man?
I put my comma in the wrong place.
Yeah, you put it in the wrong spot.
Another case of Florida man strikes again.
Florida man.
To happier news, WWE will be joining AEW and returning to touring this July.
That's good news. They're going with the places where they're allowing people to have like full buildings, so Texas and Florida, obviously. But no, that's a good thing.
Finally get some fans in the building, so that way WWE can't completely control the narrative. Also, I forgot I came across this story. This is going to make you sad, Matty. According to Wrestling Observer, Mike Bailey is apparently looking to go to WWE.
I read about that. 8-ball. I mean, Speedball. We call him 8-ball in C4. It's a good chant. Speedball? Don't. The money ain't worth it.
Look what they did to Ricochet. It can happen to you.
I mean, you could stay in NXT in the Cruiserweight division, which is probably what's going to happen. And hey, NXT, USA Network every couple of weeks, that's not a bad thing, but it was supposed to happen 5 years ago at the beginning of the Cruiserweight Classic. They were in the process of picking people up and selecting the bracket and of course the alternates. And there was an event where William Regal was going to be there and Speedball was supposed to be there, but he got the visa situation got fucked up and he got banned from entering the U.S. for 5 years. At least to my understanding.
Yeah, that seems to be the situation from what I remember.
Yeah, so basically they're working out the visa issues.
I was really hoping that he would go to AEW, but then I guess AEW is kind of stacked with talent, but at the same time, like, I guess if this makes him happy.
Of worse fates for Speedball Mike Bailey than the Cruiserweight division on NXT. I mean, there's the idea of Speedball Mike Bailey versus Kushida. That just makes my head happy.
I don't think it's a good match.
Mike Bailey versus Santos Escobar.
That should be really excellent as well.
Because I've seen Speedball, I've seen Mike Bailey live. If I could talk, of course. Name a match with anyone. Cameron Grimes. Fuck yes.
For those who are wondering why he's called Speedball, that's because he throws super duper quick kicks.
Yeah, he is a martial arts meister. Actually, that's his gimmick. He walks in with a gi, black belt and all. Kick pads, no shoes.
Brass monkey.
That funky monkey. Brass monkey. That funky monkey.
Hey, Dirty, you want to keep you with AEW? Buy that song for Mike Bailey.
Please, TK. Put him on. I don't care. Put him on AEW by Brass Monkey.
I would love to see him walk out to that on television, but sadly, I feel like we won't see that in WWE.
To be continued on this one. It is only speculation, and they are working. It is a working. They're working on a deal. Nothing's set yet.
One thing that is set, and also to be continued at the same time, Ospreay injured his neck in his latest match.
Yeah, I think we kind of discussed it on Riff Zone, and this was discussed on Twitter. I'll let Shin talk about it first.
It is. We talked about this like weeks ago about how we talked about it weeks ago about how Will needed a really long reign to not only cement his status as a main eventer, but to really kind of cement the new world title. And this is just
it's bad news, and it's unfortunate.
The belt's starting to look a little cursed.
Yeah, but Ibushi lost it in his first defense or second defense, something like that. Ospreay's neck is fucked up. He's gone for a little while. He's back home, so he had to he had to vacate. The one silver lining on this, and I brought it up, and you guys know what I'm about to bring up. This could be easily resolved with a tournament, and we're about a couple months away from the G1 climax.
But the question is now, who?
I put out a vote on Twitter. Got 18 votes.
Who do you got? Outside of Jinder Mahal, of course.
According to Twitter, in fourth place, with 5.6% of the votes, is Jay White.
Solid pick. Can do worse.
Third place, with 11.1% of the votes, Sonata.
Worthy pick. Attorney can make them.
I think Sonata's due.
Sonata is due, and you can make the G1 around him, and the winner, like I said, G1 climax, winner gets the belt.
Second place with 16.7% of the votes, Tomohiro Ishii.
Another guy that's more than worthy.
Yeah.
In first place with 66.7% of the votes, the King Minoru Suzuki.
It's the one champion. He has not won New Japan's top championship, either version. So it's again worthy pick.
And the people have overwhelmingly chosen him. So if they want to go with at least the popular votes, according to my poll, they go with Suzuki.
This
is within our headcanon and our little situation. So there is that. But
it's a toss-up between, for me, it's a toss-up, Sonata, Ishii, Suzuki, one of them. For this, I say give it to somebody who hasn't had a chance with the title.
And, yeah, that's, aside from Jay White, everyone else in the other three did not have a title run yet. Ishii has always been titled the bridesmaid, never the bride. Suzuki has won every belt but a world title. And Sonata has been groomed for the world title for the longest time, but for whatever reason, they've never pulled the trigger with him.
If they're going to pull the trigger on Sonata, have the tournament be the last two be him and Ibushi. If he's going to win the belt, have him be the guy that beat him last year at the G1.
Makes sense.
That would be really nice.
And again, this for me is like the easy thing is, hey, get 20 guys, do a G1. Winner gets the belt. It's what they did for that's what the original league was for the IWGP. Winner got the belt, kept it for a year. Instead, you just have a linear championship decided that way.
I would not be opposed to that whatsoever. But I know you guys are not going to be opposed to is this tweet from John Moxley. The Book of Zero Fucks, Tales of the Titty Master.
What?
Boop-a-doop. There it is.
I want to buy this book now.
Yes. Shut up and take my money. Yes.
Of course,
you know
the book is...
You know what, John? If you're listening to this, I'll do the audio version. I'll do that shit for free. I'll do it pro bono.
Of course, the book is officially called Mox, but you know he had to throw that one out there.
He had to throw in the extra. He had to throw in the extra subtitle for us real fans.
Wait a tick! I just realized something.
What's that?
Why not Mox?
I mean, the title. The book is called Mox.
No.
I know exactly what I'm picking up. What I'm picking up. Why not Mox? G1. Why not Mox? He's the U.S. champion, yes, but why not?
They would have to fly him out. He would have to do a whole tournament to miss a whole bunch of AEW.
He can afford to miss a whole bunch of AEW.
He's going to be tag team champion.
Do you honestly believe the Young Bucks are going to lose to Mox and Kingston next week?
Yes. They need at least one babyface champion.
But if they're doing this for the G1, and the G1's not for another couple of months, so
they got time.
It would be a room enough for them to have a nice healthy reign before having to drop the belts to name a tag team in AEW.
Look, it's an idea, and I'm like, there's an idea. Then Reedy go write him off with a bump. Absolutely.
And even better, if Mox wins the belt, we could have, and the Forbidden Door is open, Mox versus Omega.
You have
all the gold.
You have your ultimate excuse for the official rubber. Because remember, their first match, unsanctioned, it was off the record.
Didn't count. You and the rule and the everything is 1-1 right now. Or 2-1, but you need a third. For all the gold.
You have the ultimate excuse if this happens. If New Japan wants to unilaterally put the belt back on Omega, if they want to, of course, this is Japan, and if you're aware of my other dealings, you know how Japan is these days towards foreigners. But this is we're fantasy booking at this point, but there are possibilities, and there is a vacant championship right now.
Very possible.
One thing that I didn't think was possible that is actually happening is some AEW news with them first moving to TBS starting January of next year.
I was originally confused by that, but Bully Ray laid it out pretty simple. So they're going to a network where they will not be preempted, and they're making more money. No brainer. So here's the whole thing. Yes, they're moving to TBS, and a third hour of AEW programming, which will be called Rampage, will go on Friday at 10 p.m. Eastern Time, starting next August.
It's gonna take some finesse.
Excuse me, gentlemen. I need to hit a button here because a lot of you are thinking the same thing. I got you. Oh yeah, do I have that? I had that bit. Oh no, wait. Fuck. Oh man, Homer swears. Where's my Homer swears button? Actually, no. You know what? No, this one will work too.
Urge to kill rising.
That's me when I read that. I'm like, cool, awesome. And then 10 p.m. Friday. Fuck. All right. My personal dealings with this aside, TBS starting next year. So you would think, because you would think as a wrestling fan, wait, isn't TNT better for wrestling? Maybe, maybe not. But TBS reaches more people. That's one. Two, Warner Media, the conglomerate that owns both TBS and TNT, they want a third hour of Dynamite. And everyone, including Tony Khan, went, do you know what that's, have you seen what that's done to Raw? No thanks. But here's a better deal. You want that third hour? How about we call it Rampage? We'll put it on Friday. And if you want to keep going with us, no more preemptions. And Warner Media went, well, we can move you to TBS on Wednesdays. Sold. They're making 8 figures, so that's in the shitload of money department. And
making a move.
Better position, no preemptions like what's going to happen next Friday, and more wrestling on TNT.
And for those wondering, no, they're not going to rename the TNT title.
For now, but yeah, at this point, yes.
It'll just be weird, like, if they renamed it the TBS title. Like, what are they going to do? Poke Conan O'Brien's hair on it?
No.
Is that gonna be weird?
Actually, I've heard Conan is finishing up with TBS, which might explain the willingness to move Dynamite to TBS in the winter.
And there goes my dreams of seeing Conan O'Brien's face on that belt. Dashed.
Dang. You know, not worse, they could just rename it the television championship, but that's neither here nor there. And they're still going to be on TNT, so the TNT championship, it's Dynamite. Fair enough. The wordplay is there.
And speaking of Dynamite, we start off with Christian Cage versus Matt Sidel. Great match.
Yeah.
The classic from the Instant Classic.
Yes, sir.
Afterwards, Team Taz attacked.
Oh,
Hangman
we forgot
tried-
about the supercards on TNT. Thank you, JC. They're gonna come. They're gonna have specials on TNT as well in Clash of the Champions format, so to speak.
Yeah, so free per-views.
Basically think Fyter Fest and Winter's Coming, that kind of stuff.
Except, I assume, on the weekend.
More than likely. Yeah, they're still working out that part of the deal, I'm sure, but that's gonna be coming next year, obviously.
It would really be nice to see Fyter Fest return, like having them actually film at an arcade again.
Or he did what they did a couple years ago with CEO.
Yeah.
Can we get Eddie Kingston to beat the shit out of Alex Jabali again?
Please. No, I'm not going to add anything to it. That's perfect. Teed up, move on.
On the top of that, Hangman tried to save Christian Cage and Matt Sydal from Team Taz, but Hook hooked him, and then the numbers game got him, and then they just beat the shit out of them.
Yeah.
And what we notice is that no Dark Order here, so they seem to be already separating Hangman from the Dark Order here.
No, because the Dark Order were scared of Powerhouse Hobbs.
Yeah. I mean, that's what happens with Stu Grayson. Stu Grayson had to fuck around and, find out about the Powerhouse Hobbs. By the way, Rico put in the debated emoji on the Twitch chat. He said he had to. Yeah, he did. Yeah, that's the face. That's that so punchable face. There it is.
So yeah, moving on, we had, of course, that awesome Mox and Kingston promo.
It was tough to pick a promo of the week, by the way. You have no idea.
And they went on to face the Acclaim, but the Acclaim had a memorable promo of their own.
Oh, God.
Always have promos, but this one.
Oral Sessions. And the other guy, no, she just wants us on her podcast.
Yeah, Max Caster, Anthony Bowen's absolutely excellent.
They fucking killed it in that live promo.
Of course, Anthony Bowen's about to his catchphrase. AEW!
Yep. That's what happens when you. By the way, do not mess with one man's wife, especially if that man's John Moxley.
Insert Mr. Popo from Dragon Ball Abridged here.
Enjoy the climb back up, bitch.
Not that one.
Which one?
Hey, Dad!
And speaking of dying, we had a Miro Archer promo. That was excellent as well.
That match is gonna rule next weekend. That promo sold me on Double or Nothing. I bought it right then and there.
Thanks for actually just got reminded of this. AEW is going to be holding, they're going to be broadcasting Double or Nothing at select theaters from Cinemark. So if you have a Cinemark theater in your area, you can pay $20 ticket, go see a pay-per-view.
Nice.
There you go. By the way, we should probably mention before we continue, next Friday, do we go live at 10 after Dynamite?
Well, I thought Dynamite was starting at 10.
Wait, they're starting at 10?
They don't want to compete with SmackDown.
Yeah, they're starting at 10.
Whoa, shit. What? I thought they
Would
were...
Would you want to compete with SmackDown? Do you want to compete with the merch?
Aren't we already out of spite for Vince McMahon anyway?
That's beside the point. We're not Tony Khan.
Hey, I'll acknowledge the fucker if he tells Vince to fuck off. Just saying.
Let me look up Dynamite start time. Let's see. No, it's not what I'm looking for. Blah, blah, blah. Let's see here. Here we go. Wrestling Inc. Blah, blah, blah. Let's see here. While Dynamite will be airing on Friday night due to NBA playoffs, it will not go head-to-head with SmackDown on Fox due to the late 10 p.m. start time.
So they are starting at 10 p.m. So we got a whole ass hour to preview a whole ass show next week. 1 hour, boys. Because I ain't competing with Dynamite.
Don't worry, Miro will forgive you.
Nah, well, he'll forgive me after he beats the crap out of me.
No,
Miro,
then first Miro beats the crap out of you, then Hobbs robs you.
All right, so start time is still 9 p.m., but we're only going 1 hour.
Speed time.
Speed time. No promos, no nothing. Just a simple 3 dudes trying to make you laugh for an hour before you watch Dynamite.
Yeah, and one thing that probably made a few people laugh was Sheeta squashing Rebel, not Reba.
Name now.
Afterwards, though, Britt attacked Sheeta and gave her a curb stomp on the belt.
That match is going to rule.
Yes, it is.
Then we got some promos first from The Pinnacle in a restaurant. Very fancy looking.
Sean Spears stole that promo.
He did, because all he wanted was a glass of wine. That's all he wanted. But the waiter kept on giving glasses of wine to everyone else. And then he just couldn't take it anymore. So he slammed the waiter's head onto the table. And at that point, all the other members of the Pinnacle started giving Sean their wine.
All he said, I want my drink. That alone made Sean Spears.
I don't know if it made him completely, but goddamn, it's that upwards trajectory.
It's definitely done more for him than about 10 years in WWE.
All right, JC, do not post. You're not allowed to post links in the chat anymore, so you might want to be careful with that. Keep going.
Mike Shell.
Oh, Sean just needed to wait a perfect 10 seconds. Oh.
And then Inner Circle had their promo where, minus Santana, where they all agree to the stipulation where they're going to do Stadium Stampede, and if they lose, they must disband forever.
That match is going to be a fucking war.
Stated that there will be blood on that football field.
People were concerned about it being a comedy match. No, this feud is too damn violent to be a comedy match. There's not going to be any fucking laughs. These guys are legitimately going to try to kill each other.
And I'm going to have the popcorn ready for that. Be it at the movie
As
theater
will
or
I.
in my own home. Then we got a fucking excellent match between Serena Deeb and Red Velvet for the NWA Women's World Championship.
Can we agree match of the week on that one?
It's between that and the Roman Cesaro match, really.
Yeah.
Said it before. I said it before on Twitter, and I'll say it again here. Red Velvet is going to be one of the pillars of the women's division this year.
Most definitely. She has the charisma, she has the look, and she's definitely right here showing that she has the ring skills. So I could definitely see it. And they really hooked me. They really hooked me because near the end, I was damn certain that Red Velvet was about to win.
That's the mark of a world champion. Yeah, like from behind the scenes, when both look good, that's a good match.
Oh yeah. And oh man, Serena Deeb just smashing Red Velvet's leg. I'm like, no. I was like, oh, at that point, that's it. It's over. It's over. Still excellent match.
And she can only get better. That's the best part.
And of course, we also have Anthony Ogogo squashing Austin Gunn with a couple of rib punches and then a pop-up punch to the face.
If he dies, he dies.
Okay. Can I just say something about Anthony Ogogo?
Sure, go ahead.
As much as I enjoy watching him turn people's guts into SpaghettiOs, I'm going to need to see a lot more from him because I'm not liking how this match is going to turn out because the punching is nice, but I need to see a little bit more of him from him, especially if he's going to get in the ring with Cody.
I think that's the design of the match. I think Cody wants to showcase. I think Cody's in that moment where he wants to be. I think he wants to be the guy that makes stars. I mean, Darby Allin is a classic. Is a good example of that. I think that's Cody saying, "Look, I'm going to give you 20 minutes. You hang with me. You make yourself look good. You will be a main man."
Yeah, that's Darby Allin. We already knew Darby could go before he went up against Cody. Anthony, we've seen from him is punching. I need to see a little bit more.
This will either make Anthony or break him, but the intention is to make him, I think, with that matchup.
I'm not going to say he sucks. I'm just asking, you got to show me something.
I am really hoping they do because, I can see where you're coming from, Shin, because you can only do squash matches for so long, and this match against Cody cannot be a squash match. They can't just do punches and that's it. They're going to need to work out a story here.
They need 10 minutes.
I'd say at least 10, 15.
Yeah.
Minimum.
10, 15 minutes. He had to put that work in. Cody's going to have to, it can't be all Cody. You got to do something yourself. I mean, you named yourself after your nickname is after one of the greatest bare knuckle boxing champions in British history. You're going to have to live up to it.
And of course, in the main event, another excellent match as the Young Bucks defeated the Varsity Blondes, who were accompanied to the ring by Julia Hart, who seems to be a permanent fixture to their team.
I'm
going to say right now, I've said it before about a lot of teams. I'm going to say it again. Varsity Blondes, future tag champs.
They definitely got the look. They got everything down, really. I mean, they got the music. They got the perfect pairing now with Julia Hart. They got the perfect pose in the ring. They got the moves. They got the charisma. All they need now is a little seasoning.
It's a little bit of Tony's. A little bit of Tony's.
I was going to say some Laurie's, but to each their own.
Hey, either way, that was a good, solid match from everybody.
With the Young Bucks using the cold spray to try to cheat, Julia Hart interfered, told the referee, "Hey, cheating over here." So they're like, "Oh, gonna rat on us?" Sprayed her right in the face. And then they end up cheating some more, got the victory, and they walked out with the belt. They were going to walk out with the belts, but then who showed up? But Mox and Kingston to send them to a little place. What's this place called, Shin?
I believe it's a place just down the street from Suplex City. It's a little suburb called Night Land.
Boom, boom.
Yeah, they went the fuck to sleep.
And they took their shoes.
I'm going to say this right now. That was the most ghetto thing I've ever seen in professional wrestling.
I haven't seen somebody get their shoes stolen since I was in high school.
Yeah, especially Jordans. Yeah, I've seen people get robbed for Jordans.
For me, it was just some random PE class shit that I don't even know what the fuck happened. All I heard was someone stole someone's shoes. I'm like, okay, that fucking happened.
Not ghetto enough.
Yeah, I didn't live in the ghetto, but there's some things that happened once every few months.
You got to get Deeb to get your Jordan stolen from my high school.
Oh fuck.
Yeah, you can get Deeb.
Okay then.
All right, so that's all the news I have, unless somebody else has something they'd like to bring to the table.
Shin?
I got a little bit.
All right.
It has been reported, surprisingly, this is something I was surprised to hear, that Davey Richards has returned to pro wrestling and has signed with MLW.
No.
Oh, nice. There's going to be some good matches then.
Yeah, I think we need to. I think we need to start watching MLW a little bit more now, huh?
It certainly looks that way, especially with all the people coming in, the whole Aztec Underground gimmick now. It's going to be on Vice.
One of the greatest wrestlers to come out of ROH. Woo, it's going to be good.
He's not the best talker, but just let his ring work do the talking. You'll do fine.
Other news, Impact Wrestling, for a promo for Slammiversary, has teased several big names to show up, in not limited to, but including the Iconics, the Forgotten Sons, possibly, and the biggest name, Daniel Bryan.
Yeah, I saw the yes. I saw the yes. If they somehow, of all fucking companies, get Daniel Bryan, I don't even know what to say at that point.
This is a big get if they do that. I doubt that. I think this is a case of they did it last year and they're just trying to drum up business for the pay-per-view, which, you know, at that point, whatever. But if they do, even if it's just the Iconics, it's a good get for them.
Yeah, they'd be perfect for their Knockouts tag division.
Yeah. Also, speaking of that, next week, more Forbidden Door stuff. We kind of forgot to mention that next week on Impact, making his Impact debut, will be none other than New Japan's own Satoshi Kojima.
Yeah, folks, you should have heard us live on Rift Zone. We flipped out.
And they aren't the only New Japan stars making some debuts next week. As next week on Dark, making their AEW debuts will be none other than the Young Lion Ren Narita and none other than Roppongi 3K's own Rocky Romero.
We got to get a BTE skit with Rocky Romero and Trent Beretta back together.
Next week's gonna rock.
It's gonna be a good week for wrestling next week.
Yup.
And of course, in my final bit of news, if you haven't seen it, this week's episode of Dark Side of the Ring profiles the one of the most important and surprisingly dangerous wrestling events ever put on, the Collision in Korea.
I've heard so many stories about this. I can't wait to see this episode in full. It's gonna be a good time. Because
I'm gonna try and see if I can watch it tonight. Because yeah.
One of those interviewed for this segment was none other than, of course, Sleazy E, Eric Bischoff, Two Cold Scorpio, Scott Norton, and the man himself, the man, the myth, the chin, Antonio Inoki.
Oh, you got Inoki.
Yeah.
You got fucking Inoki. Nice.
That's,
yes.
I mean, you outside of Ric Flair, it's kind of hard not to do a show about the Collision in Korea without Antonio Inoki. I think it'd be like, yeah.
And they're sharing some surprising stories, including several interactions with the late great Muhammad Ali.
Ooh.
And according to, I'm not going to say what, but Scott Norton says that was one of the best. That was the one thing that made that entire trip worth it. Just hanging out and being in the presence of Ali.
They do say he's the greatest.
Because they're right. He is the greatest. And he's pretty too.
Indeed, indeed.
They should take the belt. They should take the belt off Bobby Lashley and put it on Ali because he's ugly. The world champion is pretty like Ali.
Those who know their boxing promo history, there you go. That one's for you.
He ain't Bobby Lashley ugly. He's too ugly to be world champion. A world champion should be pretty like me.
I'm like, God, keep going. Go ahead, roast the entire roster at this point as Muhammad Ali. I'm down.
I need to work on that. I can't spontaneously do Ali. Ali was the king of boxing promos.
Yep, and of course,
no fucking duh.
For those who've done the research, they'll know that he got his promo styling from Classy Freddie Blassie.
If you know, you know. You pencil neck geek.
Yeah, he was a huge wrestling fan. So people like Classy Freddie Blassie and Gorgeous George are who he draw from for his promo style.
Yes, indeed. And that's all the news I got.
And I got nothing else. So let's do that. I was going to bring up Kojima anyway because we were. Let's do winners and losers. Shin, kick us off.
I was gonna say a D-Cell Battery Award for either Drake or Velveteen Dream, but then today I learned that an old favorite topic of mine came up, and he just proved himself to be far more shitty than he was already a shitty person. That's right. D-Cell Battery Award goes none of the two. Dale Sparrow, aka Low Tier God. For those of you who don't know, 2 years ago, a YouTuber by the name of June the King released a 50-plus minute documentary about Mr. Low Tier God and his exploits online and his career as a professional fighting game player. I'm sorry. Got something funny stuck in my throat.
I know.
But it appeared that he revealed today that Dale has pretty much been on a 2-year bender of abuse against him, which limited to, but not just including, making fun of his appearance, to asking on his YouTube stream for his several fellow content creators and his fans to false flag his videos to get his channel shut down, and most egregiously, multiple instances of doxing. So, June the King says he's going to release a new video with the specific purpose of bringing these stuff to light and getting LTG's YouTube channel shut down for multiple violations of terms of service. I'm not going to harass Dale or anything. I'm just going to say when that video comes out, I am going to share that shit around, and hopefully YouTube can get off its slow collective asses and do something about this flagrant violation of the rules. He should be punished for this. Now, as for my losers, of course, Drake for being a massive dumbass. Velveteen Dream for, well, we just spent all that time talking about it. That damn zombie match that not only is going to leave a really big stink on Damian Priest's career for the foreseeable future, but it also brought down the quality of the show, and it injured The Miz, which sorely pissed me off. And that's all my losers, as far as I can think.
D-Dub.
My losers are nice and simple. Drake and Dream, you are the ultimate losers. Losers. Loser. You're a loser. All right, your turn, Mr. J.
I got a few. Drake words. Velveteen Dream for the obvious reasons. WWE for the obvious reasons. Fucking zombies. And I can't believe we didn't bring up Ricochet's Twitter fuck up.
Listen, there was a lot going on this week. A lot.
Long story short, he starts talking shit about high flyers and says, "Well, I'm better than Io Shirai in so many ways," and things got awkward.
Like, why you gotta call it your own fellow worker? Like, come on, she works with you. She's in the same company. What the fuck's wrong with you?
Rick, she just came off a rather lengthy and very well booked world title reign as women's champion on NXT. You just came off the line from getting another slab of ribs from Titus Catering. I don't think you're in the position to make better than anyone at this point.
Yeah, I mean, she was champion for almost a year, right?
Pretty much,
Yep.
yeah.
That's a long time. I mean, even in NXT, you know, that's a long time to be champion. That's gonna look good on a record. Ricochet, I can't remember the last time he even was champion of anything.
I get it. You're trying to get attention. This is not the right way. This is not the way. Let's do winners, boys.
Posthumous winner goes to someone who was a giant in the field of manga, who not only influenced manga but also fantasy in general, because anytime you see a guy using a giant fuck off buster sword, you must thank this man, because he created that shit when he made Berserk, specifically its titular character, Guts the Black Swordsman. Talking about the untimely passing of Kento Miura. Even though he passed like on May 6th, his family kept it a secret until they were properly ready to let people know. So here's to you, Kento-san. You left behind a great legacy. Even though Berserk will forever be incomplete, it's still a masterpiece of a story, and I'm glad to have been able to read it and influence my own work as a writer. Another posthumous winner, comedian and comedy writer Paul Mooney. We all know Mooney from the Chappelle Show, but he did write for Richard Pryor, arguably the greatest stand-up comedian of all time. Everyone loves Mooney, one of the most respected guys in the game. If you're up there, if you can hear me, Mooney, have a drink with Rich up there.
My favorite joke from Chappelle's Show with him is him going the Negro Damas sketch.
Yeah.
And his line of, let's see, who was it?
It was the Wayne Brady line, wasn't it?
Wayne Brady makes Brian Gumple look like Malcolm X.
It was Mooney!
It was Mooney! Which led to the immortal line, is Wayne Brady going to have to choke a bitch?
Just so many classic moments from that moment. Of course, Paul Mooney's appearance is legendary as well. Just
I have two of the three. I have the first. I have the two full seasons. It's a laugh riot. Still is.
Might be the best 2 seasons of almost anything that's ever been broadcasted on Comedy Central.
That includes The Daily Show and When Ben Stein's Money, which is saying something.
My favorite line from his is when he was Mooney on movies, when he talked about The Last Samurai.
Yeah.
And if you guys would permit me to use his words, because...
Go ahead.
Absolutely.
So you're telling me that Tom Cruise is The Last Samurai. So first you had the Mexican with Brad Pitt, and now The Last Samurai with Tom Cruise. I have a movie. I hope Hollywood makes this movie, The Last Nigga on Earth, starring Tom Hanks. They wanted to make that movie.
Fucking love Paul Mooney, man. And of course,
for the record, if people are saying, "Oh, you shouldn't be using that," A, he's black. B, it's verbatim. That's the line.
Also, my favorite part about that is he's in a movie theater surrounded by white chicks.
Yeah. Which makes it even funnier.
All right, as sticking to wrestling, I'm gonna give it. My winners are gonna be, of course, Roman versus Cesaro. Didn't even see it, but the match I know was damn great. From everyone telling me it was great, I knew it was gonna be great. Nonetheless, AEW for a lot of the stuff for Max Caster and that line. Oh God, goddamn that boy is gonna be good. It's gonna be something someday. Miro versus Lance Archer's promo, think of beauty. The Pinnacle promo, see you, Sean Spears. He wants his drink. Give him his goddamn drink. Let's see, and of course, Cameron Grimes losing to Jake Atlas thanks to interference from
the million goddamn dollar man.
Oh, he actually showed up in person on the show.
He showed up, and I'm laughing my balls off.
And the best part is after he cost him the match, Cameron went looking for him. He found his limo. He's like, "Are you in there?" And the door rolls down. He's like, and it's Ted DiBiase. And he's like, "You may be good, kid, but you're still no $1 million man." Driver, let's get out of here. And Cameron is just,
I don't care if I'm supposed to hate. I don't care if I'm supposed to hate WWE. $1 Million Man versus Cameron Grimes is my new favorite thing.
and Cameron Grimes is just left, just screaming, "Damn that Ted DiBiase!" And those are my winners.
I can't quite top that, but have to give my winners to the Varsity Blondes for this team that a year ago did not exist, but within that time frame, I've now become one of the top acts in the company for at least the time being. And especially for Brian Pillman, the way he's risen up the ranks, just ultimate feel-good story right there. I also give a winner, of course, to Paul Mooney. Just goddamn, what a legend. What a fucking... And that's all I got this week.
I'm not going to add anything more to that other than AEW had another banger of a week. And Roman Reigns versus Cesaro is a match you need to watch. Just saying. That being said, and yeah, you could throw in the other guys in there as well, just because, well, duh. Malcolm X.
I made Brian Gumble look like Malcolm X, huh, motherfucker?
Oh, God. Anyway, actually, let's plug our stuff, Shin. Go ahead.
Ready to plug my stuff. That means you could catch me on YouTube at Maxacar, no space. Check it out as I do my usual Warmahort lore videos. After a week off because my face virtually exploded last week, I came back, this time doing my first ever colossal video on the Conquest, the giant fuck-off steam-powered robot working for Kador, a.k.a. Fantasy Russia. Kador is Russia. You cannot tell me otherwise. But also, you can catch me also trying to read some fan fiction because friends can fuck. Yes. Looking at you, T-Dub. But for the channel, always, you can catch me on Patreon. I really need patrons because I don't have any more patrons. It's patreon.com/Shintigercurl. PayPal.com/Shintigercurl, as always. And of course, you can catch my new book. It's linked in the description of this video and linked in the screen on there. New World, Greg Haynes, Amazon, 14-star rating, 4.5 stars. Certainly better than anything Onision or Norman Botein could ever put out. Cop that shit. It's good. Trust me. It has bitches love cannons. I won't tell you which chapter it's in, but it's in there.
Bitches love cannons.
Of course, it's got my YouTube channel. Put that in the Twitch chat right there. Subscribe to that. Working on season 2 at the moment. Videos should start rolling out on a weekly basis sometime in early July.
Patreon.com/TWK reviews, of course, for if you want to see anything early.
Yep, already got one video from season 2 up there on my Patreon. Should have another one up there tomorrow night if everything goes to plan.
There you go. And of course, you can follow us on Twitter at MattyJ316, at TWK Officials, and at TWK Official, and at Shintigercurl. I got my tip jar, PayPal.me/MattyJ316. Donations are optional, but always welcome and appreciated, of course. Of course, I'm on TikTok at MattyJWC. I did a whole week of Nerd Life promos, and the whole thing was a parody of Win Ben Stein's Money. Yay. But that's the show, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for tuning in and all that good stuff. Let me hit the thing here. There we go. That's going to do it for us, ladies and gentlemen. We thank you very much for tuning in. Next week, one whole ass hour. We're not going over that because Dynamite's going to be on, baby. Double or nothing weekend.
It's going to be on. Like Donkey Kong.
Damn right. Hopefully we don't get stuck with the copyright bill. On behalf of everybody, including Shintigercurl.
Enthusiastic response. Is a Shintigercurl, that dude in the straw hat saying friends can fuck.
And of course, TWK.
I'm TWK, and this is my favorite podcast on the Citadel.
Mine and enthusiastic green, or what would be an enthusiastic? I'm trying to get the word now. Fuck.
Enthusiastic reply. I agree.
Enthusiastic farewell. My name's Matty. I remind you to help professional wrestling, support your independent promotion as soon as possible. Enjoy the weekend, folks. I know I will. Long weekend on our side in Canada. Also, I've been franchised, Pillmanized, and Pfizerized. Got my first dose last weekend. Yay.
I'll be getting my second dose Sunday.
Don't be a Drake Wirtz. Get your shot. Get your 2 shots, and then we could all get back to normal, and I could show up to the States, and you might meet me again.
Hey, shake my hand. Buy him a rum and coke, why don't you?
There you go. There you go. Have a good one. Have a safe one. Goodbye, everybody. Bye, everybody. Bye.
Chris, Dean, I'm sorry to interrupt, but I'm trying to get the scoop here. Is the Inner Circle going to be accepting the challenge of the Pinnacle Stadium Stampede?
Marvis, I appreciate you trying to get the scoop, but you're going to have to wait, along with everybody else. You're here later on in the show, okay? Besides, you better split. You don't want to make the man of 1,000 holds angry.
You still got 4 more than me.
I forgot a few.